Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tanmoy Biswas. I welcome you all in my channel TanmoyChem and Facebook page Chemistry the Mystery of Molecules. Today's topic of discussion is an interesting MCQ that this alkene or I say propene reacts with low concentration of bromine or high temperature. What will be the product? I request everyone please pause the video, try by yourself, and whatever answer you get please write in the comment box along with few words as explanation. I believe we have tried, so let's start. Now, what is the major product? By the way, this carbon, this star one is actually carbon 14, radiocarbon. Now, before going to the details, let's learn the concept associated with this process. Means low concentration of bromine, for example, N-bromo reagent, or reaction at higher temperature prefers radical substitution compared to addition, means addition to alkene. Now, in this case, the higher temperature prefers allylic substitution over addition due to temperature and entropy consideration. Actually, entropy is not negative in substitution. Let's understand. If you do addition reaction, then for example, here to here, you can expect that this alkene plus one molecule of bromine, two molecule, I am getting one. So entropy factor is negative, means I am getting one ultimately from two. But if you look at allyl substitution, so you may think, sir, this is Br2, this is high temperature, I am getting this one plus HBr. So entropically, what I wanted to say, this case is negative. Compared to this is comparatively more positive, and that's why the higher temperature story favors this process, I mean this allylic substitution. Not only that, allyl substitution proceeds to a radical, allyl radical as intermediate, which one is resonance stabilized. I shall discuss later on. And isotopes, means actually if you look at this is a carbon 14 and this case these are carbon 12, this one. Now isotopes have almost similar chemical properties but different physical properties because the mass difference, because in case of isotopes the number of neutrons vary, so that's why mass vary, that's why their physical property vary, but chemical property is almost similar. Now let's go to the main topic, I mean mechanism. What happens? So if you look at here, this is your alkene. Now low concentration of bromine, from where I can get actually reagent like NBS. This is N-bromo. In this reagent, very small amount of HB are also present. Now if you look at this bromine, this is delta positive, and in case of HBr, this Br is delta negative. So if these two part combine, it produces Br2 molecule, but in very small, or you can use higher temperature. So in higher temperature, how it prefers? Now you may think, sir, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. So higher temperature, entropy factor, if it is slightly positive also, this whole part contributes bigger value. There is a minus sign in front, so obviously more negative. Now if this part contributes more negative, delta G will also be more negative, and delta G negative means spontaneous. Higher the negative value of delta G, more spontaneous, so reaction happens smoothly. Now in higher temperature, what happened? High temperature results Br radical, and these Br radical, for example, if you think bromine Br2, so 2 Br radical produced here. So one of the Br radical can abstract this allylic hydrogen. Question why? Because the produced allyl radical, by the way, this is radiocarbon, this is radical, is resonance stabilized. Now you can understand the radiocarbon is same, but right now the radiocarbon is carrying the radical. This is so the radical is distributed over this radiocarbon and this carbon, and the second Br can attach, means radical addition, both of them equally. So obviously this side and this side bromine, both case I shall get allyl bromide. I mean both case I shall get this one, but one case the label will remain here, another case label will remain here. So what will be the answer? By the way, when we understand the concept, we see, wow, sir, this is the product. You are not wrong, but you are partially correct. And in this case, I suggest student please read the questions properly. So obviously this is also correct. This is not correct. As I told, high temperature or low concentration of bromine, so addition is not favored. Look at the fourth option, both A and B. So these are the killer, because someone will say, sir, A is right. You'll feel, oh, I have done the right option selection. B That's also true, but this is the accurate. Both case B and D. So in such cases, student, do not think easy question you got means everything will be easy. No, it's not always true. Now in this case, what should you remember? That first of all, what are all options? If you observe I'm easily getting answer, do not get overwhelmed, very happy. No, read the question carefully, check it, and finally answer. So this is the overall discussion. I believe this video may be useful. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.